So I will be drawing these lines on. Pick out a pencil. Most of you, if you've watched the videos, you know some of these lines already. So obviously, we'll start with the main lines. There is the lifeline. Goes around the ball of the thumb. It doesn't always reach all the way down the bottom. Sometimes the lifeline ends somewhere along there. Sometimes it stretches over and then continues on another path. So it's not always a perfectly clear line. And the next main line is the headline. That shows how a person thinks, whether they're a deep thinker, whether they're an impatient thinker, or whether they love details. There's a lot of information from the headline. The next one is the heart line. That's above the headline and it's horizontal. And it's usually a curved long line, such as that. And that tells what kind of emotions you have, what kind of emotional personality you are, whether you're unemotional or very emotional, very passionate or very cold. So that line varies. Those are the three main lines called major lines. Okay, moving on to the minor lines. Not everyone has these lines. If you're lucky to have a fate line, it goes in the middle of the palm. And if you're lucky to have a success line, that runs down from the ring finger, also near the middle of the palm. It's going to change color now for all the minor lines. So the next one we're going to talk about is where the health line is. The health line is also called the line of Mercury. Many of them do have various names, such as the fate line and the success line are also called the success line can be called the Apollo line or the Sun line. And the fate line can be called the career line or the Saturn line because of the name of the fingers. So the health line, this runs usually from somewhere near the lifeline, starts and towards the pinky. Often there's more than one health line. If that's the case, the person may be quite sensitive in their health. We will do a lesson on the health lines one day, so you can get to learn more about that, but I won't keep all those lines there because it's going to take up room. So that is your health line. Next one is the intuition line. This is very rare. I've only seen it on about 3 or 4 people in all the thousands of hands I've looked at. So it runs a circle around this area here. Intuition line. The Mars line is on the opposite side, where it comes from the Mount of Mars, usually only a short line. That can also be a support line. So a support line would be, for instance, a line that runs alongside the lifeline, and that supports that part of the line. Sometimes the Mars line acts as a support line as well. Next, where is the girdle of Venus? Girdle of Venus is sometimes only in parts. So you get a bit there and you get a bit there. Just coming between the index and middle finger and the pinky and ring finger, just a little piece of line. And then the gap is open. If it's a full girdle of Venus, they join together. Next, we have the healing stigmata. These are approximately 3 lines I can't draw straight lines, on the Mount of Mercury under the pinky. Sometimes there may be up to 5. They're still called healing lines. If there is lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of them, they are not healing lines. They have become more like a grill or an excess. So the person is using a particular area of their life in excess. It could be in their business, it could be in their communication, it could be many things in their life that is in excess. So that's not healing lines. Healing lines must be clear, a few clear lines, and that's it. Always, if there's a whole bunch of lines, it's showing that there is an excess in that specific area. So we will do more videos on those specific areas and what they mean, and that's all the mounts and everything like that. Okay, now we've done healing. Marriage lines. Most people are so keen on this, they already know where they are. Marriage lines are on the side, under the pinky. Normally you've got to turn the hand to the side to see them properly because they're very short. Short, fine lines horizontally underneath the pinky on the side of the hand. Allergy line is usually either touching or just running across, touching the lifeline, or simply just running across the Mount of Moon. Travel lines are on the opposite side of the palm, and they are just short horizontal lines on the side of the palm, so you'd be looking at the side. To confirm travel lines, you look for travel lines on the lifeline, and that would look like lines that go out like that. They're also travel lines. Okay, resets. I didn't leave room for the resets. The resets is the wrist lines. There's usually up to 3 or 4 of them along the wrist. And they do have some meanings as well. And I'll do a lesson on those resets one day. Support line, I already did mention that before. Support lines are lines that run alongside another line, like, for instance, alongside the lifeline. And children lines, where the marriage lines were, they are little vertical lines that rise above the marriage line. See where I've drawn them there? Little vertical lines on the marriage line. Lines that rush across the Mount of Venus, those are stress lines. If you have many of them, it shows that you do have a lot of general stress. If one of these stress lines happens to be extra long, that's showing it has affected you. In this case, it hits the heart line, so your stress has affected you emotionally. If the stress line reaches the headline, it was something that affected you mentally. Effort lines. Effort lines usually are on the lifeline, and they are little rising lines that just poke up. Upsy daisy, effort lines, and they're positive indicators on the lines. So there you go. You have had a short lesson in all the lines on the palm, and I look forward to doing a video again soon. See ya. Bye.